referee Jim McCluskey. His linesmen are Ian Cathcart and George Maguire. Fourth official there, Bill Crombie, with his spare balls and the substitute boards. The mascots lead out the two teams. The welcome for the players, tumultuous. Tense moments before the start as the presentation party emerges there from the tunnel, led by the new SFA President Bill Dickey from Motherwell, Sir Hector Munro, the Minister with responsibility for sport in Scotland, and then the officials of the clubs with the Chief Executive of the SFA, Jim Farry, bringing up the rear. David Murray, the Rangers chairman, making his way to his seat in the director's box. Walter Smith being introduced there by Donald Finlay, the Rangers vice-chairman, to Bill Dickey, and Sir Hector Munro. Ian Donald, the Aberdeen vice-chairman, coming through there. The young mascot there for Rangers, Andrew Johnston from Stirling, attends Dollar Academy, 13-year-old, and his hero there is Andy Gorham there, shaking hands with Ian Donald. So the introductions going on. Bill Dickey, of course, will know all these players extremely well. Sir Hector Munro may not be quite so familiar. Peter Howster missed out last season from the Rangers side, but he's in the start this afternoon. So the match officials there being introduced. They have such an important role to fulfill this afternoon. So referee Jim McCluskey, second from the right. It's his first Scottish Cup final. Well, he handles 6 internationals though and 55 European ties. And here's Willie Miller bidding there to become only the third player or manager, the captain and manager side, to the Scottish Cup victory. The Aberdeen substitute, young Lynn Massey, a 14-year-old from Peterhead Academy. So Ian Donald carrying out the introductions there, the Aberdeen vice-chairman. Stuart McKimmie, a very long spell out with injury, but he's back in the side. Mixu Patalainen, lost in the Dundee United side of 1988. Lee Richardson capping a brilliant first season for Aberdeen. Angus Meldrum there from Terent Caledonian, the sponsors going through also. So the Rangers team confirmed once again. Neil Murray will be the youngest player in the field at the age of 20. Ian Durrant wears McCoy's number 9. 4 of these players, McPherson, Ferguson, Howster and Murray, did not play in the winning team last season against Airdrie. And this is an idea of how they may line up for the match. Well, Durrant there beside Hateley may well withdraw a little, make it a 5-man midfield, but that's a likely formation for Rangers. On the Aberdeen side, Willie Miller had a number of selection problems. He solved them this way. With Stuart McKimmie coming in, Gary Smith, the unlucky defender, left out, and Ian Jess not deemed perhaps fit enough to start this match on the bench with Smith. And there could be a number of formations for Aberdeen, but here's a very likely one. The fullbacks could switch, of course, Stephen Wright and Stuart McKimmie. There's also the possibility of a sweeper and 2 markers in defence. And Mixu Patalainen could withdraw to a position wide on the left, rather than starting off in a 3-man front line. So Mixu Patalainen had that disappointment in 1988, losing to Celtic in the final when he played for Dundee United. Willie Miller's first signing for the club when he became manager, the cost of £400,000. And Ian Durrant has come back from that dreadful injury sustained way back in October 1988, and he could be a key man this afternoon with a floating role up front for Rangers. So Scott Booth will be up front with Duncan Shearer. He's already scored his first international goal, the youngest player in the Aberdeen side at 21, and a big prospect for the future. And Mark Hateley savoured that occasion a year ago when he won in the match against Airdrie for Rangers. He's played all over Europe, but still sees this as a huge occasion. So the tense closing moments of the build-up coming to an end. It's Rangers who will kick off, and the match referee there, Jim McCluskey, capping a very impressive career in the middle, the 42-year-old company director. There's a linesman in the cup final 10 years ago between these two clubs. So the 108th Scottish Cup final is underway, and Dave McPherson lofts that high ball hopefully forward, and indeed there is confirmation already that Stephen Wright is playing at right back and Stuart McKimmie at left back in the opening stages. There's been some tinkering in the midfield by Aberdeen also. They're opening up with four in the middle. Mason on the right, Grant and Richardson in the middle with Patalainen on the left, leaving Booth and Shearer up front. So these are the changes in formation for Aberdeen. The Rangers though, it does indeed look as though Ian Durrant has taken up a withdrawn role, leaving Mark Hateley as a lonely spearhead up front. So that will give the Rangers midfield players like Ian Ferguson and Stuart McCall a licence to come surging forward in support of Hateley. John Brown has had his best season without question of his career so far, hoping to cap that with another Cup Winners' medal. There's Duncan Shearer, his first Cup final. Now Paul Mason looking at Patalainen, ambitious first time effort. There's Brian Grant, and a fine effort there by Grant. The referee's given the goal kick. Grant thought that Gorham did a touch, but what a very sprightly start here by Aberdeen. The miskick initially by Patalainen, the first time effort from Grant appeared to come off the outside of the post.
Well, it's a very positive start by Aberdeen, that they pushed three players forward. They look to be testing Rangers at the back, and they're really having a go in the early stages.
So this Tennent's Scottish Cup final getting off to a marvellous start. Gough going in very late indeed on both. Well, Richard Gough's had a lot of injury problems this season. Such an influential member of that defence. The organiser, and Scott Booth will test him to the full this afternoon, I've little doubt. So a free kick pumped in here by Alec McLeish, looking for Irvin. He was marked by Gough, it's kept in by Mason. No, it had gone over for the goal kick. So an interesting formation that, with Aberdeen opening up, matching Rangers 4-4-2. Brian Irvin, the scorer of 8 goals for Aberdeen this season from centre-back, a very impressive tally. There's Durrant. Murray's pass, looking for Hateley. A push in the back there by Hateley on Irvin. Clear foul by the Rangers striker. There couldn't really be any argument at all about that.
It was one of these challenges that I think Mark Hateley went in strong, but wasn't all that much wrong with it, but the referee probably just wants to keep a tab on things early on.
So still sheer bedlam around us coming from this 51,000 capacity crowd. Irvin returns the header. Gough winning it well there from both. Here's Richardson. Patalainen. Richardson again. No offside with Brown peeling back there. Looking across towards the linesman here. Well, it's interesting to find Scott Presley on the bench for Rangers. Maybe some suggestion, Billy, that Richard Gough and John Brown causing some fitness concern to Walter Smith.
Well, I think so. I can't think of any other reason. I thought maybe Walter would have used one of his more experienced players, but they may be just apprehensive that either Richard Gough or John Brown are still not completely recovered from the injuries they had.
Good play here by Mason. Aberdeen keeping the pressure on. This is Booth trying to get away from Ferguson. A very good tackle, and it's certainly a very business-like start by Aberdeen. Good play here by Paul Mason, and Gorham beating the ball to safety. So Stephen Presley and Gary McSwiggan are on the bench for Rangers. Gary Smith and Ian Jess for Aberdeen. Lots of movement inside the area here. McPherson following Patalainen everywhere. There's Alec McLeish in the attack. This is Shearer trying to hold off Brown. Now Grant. Back with Richardson. Tackle that came from McCall, it came in late. And Richardson didn't appreciate that at all. Well, in a short fuse, Lee Richardson, and Stuart McCall would know that, of course, making that crunching tackle undoubtedly late.
It's really challenging. Actually, Stuart McCall can maybe consider himself just a little bit lucky that the referee didn't take his name. It certainly gives indication that he wants to win this game.
So here's Mason over the free kick. Wright offering an option on the flank. Receives the pass now. Led by Brown. Mason to Wright. Mason again. Very good touch, Paul Mason. Plus goes Shearer with Goff. Good marking there by Richard Goff. The Rangers captain was very sharp for that tackle. Well, Aberdeen clearly looking for a very brisk start to the match. They want to seize the initiative. They're going the right way about it right now. Headed by Goff. David Robertson was fouled by Scott both inside the area. It landed very awkwardly to Robertson. Well, the distinction of having a winner's medal for both these clubs. David Robertson in the winning side in 1990 for Aberdeen. Clearly fouled here by Booth, who was jumping into the fullback. So a winner's medal for Aberdeen in 1990, then a winner's medal last year for Rangers against Airdrie. Well, some hard thinking perhaps to be done among the Rangers players out there, Billy, because Aberdeen really have tried to take the initiative.
Well, they've certainly taken the initiative in the early stages, and they're testing Rangers at the back. I like the system that they're using because you've got Paul Mason playing very wide on this side and Patalainen holding a wide position on the left. So they're giving the front two lots of room to test the two centre-backs. And at the moment they're playing very, very positively, and they're testing Rangers at the back.
So the Rangers supporters realise now, they didn't know it before, they're in for a very tough match this afternoon. Hateley's head up. Good covering play there by McKimmie. He's put under pressure though by Durant. Support comes from McPherson. Durant takes over again. This is Murray. Came off McKimmie, says the linesman. Throw to Rangers. Durant over hitting the ball, and that first concerted Rangers attack of the match ends in a goal kick to Aberdeen. So Davy Dodd standing there in the dugout area. There's McKimmie's clearance, and the offside flag is up. This is McCall charging forward for Rangers. Durant takes over. Good covering play there by Mixu Patalainen, fulfilling that wide left midfield role extremely well. McKimmie forward, and the tackle from the rear by McPherson, adjudged fair by referee McCluskey. Here's Richardson, very powerful. A hefty collision there with John Brown. The result is a throw to Rangers. The referee indicating Richardson had the last touch. Well, the fourth official, Bill Crombie's had to have a word with some of the Aberdeen coaching staff. They reacted very strongly to that tackle by McPherson on Patalainen, and Bill Crombie had to go across there to the dugout. Drew Jarvie and Roy Aitken not at all happy with that tackle, making their feelings plain. This is Shearer. Very good first time pass. Paul Mason. Stephen passed them on the outside. Comes off David Robertson's face. Here's Neil Murray. McCall charging through the inside left channel, supporting Mark Hateley. Good play by Irvin. Trying very hard to prevent the corner kick. Trying unsuccessfully. But he really did keep his eye on the ball there as Hateley tried to control that on the run. Good defending by Irvin. So Durant will take the corner. Goff has gone forward, so has McPherson. Headed away by Irvin, who is marking Hateley. That's John Brown. That is Mason's header. Here's McCall. Robertson at the back. And that played much too long for Hateley. A chance to complain to David Robertson. They wanted the ball pitched into feet. Was it touched on by McPherson? No, says the referee, not before it went out of play. In fact, the free kick's been given for a push by Patalainen on McPherson. Here's Durant linking with Hateley. Good play again by McKimmie. Well, out for the bulk of the middle part of the season, Stuart McKimmie, then played 10 straight games in a row, then missed the last 3. Here's Richardson. Looking for Shearer. That was a good opening for Aberdeen, created by Richardson's run from midfield. So the header away by Irvin. So here's McKimmie with the throw. David McPherson's header, McCall. Well, such a vital player for Rangers, wearing his lucky number 2 jersey. That's the jersey he normally wears when he scores goals, he reckons. All his goals this season scored in that number. Well, a late tackle by Brown. Once again, the Aberdeen bench is up to a man. McKimmie showing no malice there, or no ill will rather. Drew Jarvie and Roy Aitken in his feet, and we'll see why here. And a very clear trip by Brown on McKimmie. Still work for Bill Crombie, the 4th official down there. Free kick taken by McKimmie. Breaks on McPherson. Ferguson towards Murray. Grant caught Ferguson late. The referee will have to be vigilant here, I reckon. Murray going forward, running straight into McKimmie. This is Richardson. Inviting Booth to go sprinting through. But there's no problem there for Richard Goff. So Richard Goff now has had the disappointment of 3 losing finals for Dundee United, then for Spurs in 1987, then for Rangers in 1989 before winning a year ago here in Glasgow, but it was over at Hampden, of course. That's Hateley. Given Halster. Had to be quick to reach that. He didn't make it. Linesman flag up on the far side. Halster's had very little chance so far in the opening 13 minutes to demonstrate his trickery on the left flank for Rangers. It's been a nice brisk start to the cup final, and we've seen some determined play in the early stages from Aberdeen. Richardson made some good breaks forward, but unfortunately for Aberdeen's final pass just picked out a man. But Aberdeen must be happy with the way they started the game. Yes, you're right in that support role to Hateley. McCall looking for Hateley. It's a great ball in. There's Durant. Terrific play there from Rangers and from Mark Hateley in particular. Ian Durant under severe pressure here. It's a great ball from McCall. I can look at the direction here from Hateley, looking for Durant, with 2 defenders challenging, and that enabled Stephen Wright to tidy up for Aberdeen. Richard Goff, the header which goes straight to Brian Grant. Great pass that from Shearer, his first touch with immaculate. This is Booth getting away from McCall. And he settles for a corner. Came off David Robertson. Very swift counter-attack from Aberdeen. Well, so far it's the kind of a final we have every right to expect from Scotland's 2 top clubs for the season. Powerful header there by Patalainen. It's back with Grant. Here's Mason. An offside flag up on the near side. A free kick it is to Rangers. Well, that was a very fine move by Rangers from the reverse angle. You'll see the quality of the pass played here by McCall. Durant made the run. The header came from Hateley. There was Grant and Irvin making life difficult for Durant.
That's the threat that Mark Hateley carries, because he's so good there that he can get up there, he can hang, can pick out one of his colleagues. Durant was only inches away from opening the scoring there.
So that will give Rangers some encouragement. Willie Miller has now appeared down on the track side. The Aberdeen manager has come down from the director's box. Hasn't lasted long up there. So here's Robertson. Good play by Wright and by Mason. Delightful pass for Wright. Good running also from Grant, matched by Ferguson for Rangers. Good tidy play from Grant. Customary fashion. Breaks now off Halstra for Richardson. Gorham taking no chances. Not the most decisive punch. As McKinney with Neil Murray. Well taken down by Irvin. Good awareness shown there by Paul Mason. Headed by Brown. Richardson caught late by Ferguson. There's some very tough tackling going on out there. Now Ferguson and McCall against Grant and Richardson in the heart of the midfield. Really is fascinating battle of strength and skill. Willie Miller now being spoken to by Bill Crombie. Clearly Willie Miller not happy with some of the tackles that have been dished out early on. And there was a foul by Ferguson on Richardson. Now Duncan Shearer may well try to test Andy Gorham from here. Could it be Richardson? No, it's Shearer. This guy's pass to McKimmie. Brian Irvin is there. There's a good header across the 6-yard line. Entitled to expect some support coming from that area, Irvin. And the counter-attack is on. There's Murray. And excellent play by Snelders. Fine goalkeeping by the Dutchman. And what a great ball it was also from Stuart McCall from that deep position, looking for Neil Murray on the break. Well, it's a match which is shaping to be something of a classic. We've had total commitment, a lot of skill, some good passing, some tough tackling. There's Scott Booth. Misunderstanding there with Patalainen. Cross goes David Robertson. The free kick goes to Rangers. Well, I've always got some sympathy the player is trying to keep the ball in play, as Booth was trying to do there, but guilt a bit of wrestling on Robertson. Well, Scott Booth doesn't agree with the referee. Headed on by Hateley. And Durant is bundled over there by McLeish. McLeish complaining bitterly that his jersey was being held all the time. That's why he is so incensed. We'll see there a bit of a battle between McLeish and Durant. Well, he said a few words too many for the liking of referee McCluskey, the Aberdeen captain. So the free kick being taken here by Durant, rifled in well. That's a good clearance by Patalainen. Richardson helps it on. There's David Robertson. A casual, hopeful ball forward. McKimmie being invited to send that wide on the right for Mason, who slipped at the wrong moment for Aberdeen. There's McCall. Full of hustle and urgency as usual. And now Robertson. Halstra. Good challenge there by Stephen Wright. Halstra trying to get back. A throw it is to Aberdeen. minutes of the Tyrrell Scottish Cup final gone. No scoring, but no lack of action. Foul throw given against Stephen Wright. So the Rangers team, there's confirmation of the way they have indeed lined up. Trent slightly withdrawn from Hateley, but otherwise a 4-4-2 formation. Hateley helps it on. There's Neil Murray looking for Durant. The interception by McKimmie. This is Richardson. Goff's header helped on by Ferguson. There's McLeish. Now Grant. Well, he was trying to pick out Paul Mason on the right. Some signs perhaps, Billy, that Rangers are creeping back into the match.
Yes, it's still an open game, and it's still very much cut and thrust, but certainly I think in particular Stuart McCall gets a reputation for being a hard-working midfield player. But we've seen those two passes early in the game that he was able to open up the Aberdeen defence, and certainly the threat of Hateley was apparent.
So Stephen Wright performing with the kind of skill which had earned him a place in the Scotland side. Durant looking for Hateley. There's Wright. Mason underneath that. Brown's header breaks off both for Shearer. Boothwaite's in the middle. Good ball in the end. That's Patalainen. And now Mason. Now trying to drill that across the face of the goal. Looking for an Aberdeen player to turn that towards goal. And Mason, such a skillful player, wide on the right of this four-man Aberdeen midfield. Irvine matching Hateley. Good pass from Ferguson. This is Hallstra. Trying to get away from Stephen Wright. Young fullback did well. So too did Ryan Grant. That's McCall. A chance on here for Murray. The deflection and the opening goal for Rangers. The youngest player on the field opens the scoring in the cup final in the 23rd minute of the match. Neil Murray for Rangers with the help of a deflection, and something of a disaster this for Brian Irvine, who miskicked there. Bad first touch by Murray, but he recovered and it came off that bit at the end.
Yeah. Brian Irvine has a disaster because he misses the first one and then deflects the shot. Here you see Stuart McCall plays the ball into middle. Brian Irvine completely mishits it. Neil Murray's on hand, strikes the ball, but it hits Brian Irvine and beats Snelders.
Well, what a facer that is for Aberdeen, who have performed so impressively early on in the match. But Neil Murray gets his second goal for Rangers, his second Tyrrell Scottish Cup goal after a marvellous effort against Arbroath in an earlier round. Durant was on the ground. Alec McLeish committed the tackle. There's the missed kick there by Brian Irvine. He then was given a second chance here by that bad first touch by Murray. The shot then deflected off the unlucky Aberdeen defender. This is Ferguson. And now Stuart McCall. Goff has lots of space. Durant looking for Ferguson. That's Brown. Mason's header collected by Stuart McCall. Charged down by Grant. Well, Alec McLeish, I reckon, will be a very important player now for Aberdeen. The captain will have to reorganise and motivate his teammates, make them believe again. And he also will have to ensure that Brian Irvine is not in any way despondent as a result of that misfortune. There's Richardson, now McLeish. Looking for Patalainen. Challenging with McPherson. That's towards Shearer. Two defenders are there. There's Mason. Great defending by Brown. He was very quickly in on Paul Mason. And he had to be. It was a very good chance for a split second there for Mason. Until Brown arrived. Durant's lay on. This is Ferguson. Looking for Hasta. Fine play by Ferguson in midfield. Hateley is caught well offside there. I don't even knew about that. Well, we had an idea of the Aberdeen lineup before the match, but this is the way they have actually turned out this afternoon. A 4-4-2 to match up against Rangers. Booth and Shearer the front men. Mason and Patelainen wide in midfield. The engine room is Grant and Richardson. Headed away by McPherson. This is Richardson. Patelainen's cross comes off McPherson. Hooked away by Ferguson. Very sure-footed clearance. That's McKimmie. Stephen Wright called for that square. There's Mason on the touchline. Has to win it back from Durant. Good play by Mason. Patelainen. Hooked away by Ferguson. Richardson turning it back as Cleach and McKimmie collide in their attempts to ensure Hateley made no progress. Rogers getting a lot of treatment from the Rangers supporters, having been ordered off the last league match at Pittodrie between the two clubs. Careless one by McCall. Paul McCall will not be denied. Apologising to his teammates there. Irvin sends it across. There's Mixu Patelainen. And now Hateley. McLeish. And Stephen Wright in space over here on the near side. Mason again makes the angle ahead. Booth and Shearer and Patelainen up front. Good challenge by Goff. Then goes McKimmie. A bit of climbing there on the shoulders of Hateley. Well, there's been a bit of frustration, Billy, for Aberdeen after a very good start. To find themselves a goal behind now must be a major blow.
Well, that's right, it is a blow because they started so well in the match. Having said that, when your centre-half makes a mistake, it often proves fatal, and so it happened to Aberdeen. But they're playing well. They're keeping a nice width about them. Patelainen stretching on one side, Booth on the other. And the two centre-forwards are causing all sorts of problems for the Rangers' defence. Rangers' defence doesn't look particularly confident at this minute.
In midfield again with Ian Ferguson. Now Richard Goff. Looking for Hateley. Good marking again by Irvin. Well, Brian Irvin tried to shrug off that error which gave Rangers their opening goal. He's had a very fine match so far apart from that against Hateley. David Robertson's header. That's Hateley. Struck under pressure instantly from Mason. Durant took up good position ahead. That's for Murray. A chance undoubtedly for Neil Murray there. Took up excellent position coming in from the right, and Snelders kept his head, timed the dive well.
It's a nice little ball from Ian Durant, and Neil Murray makes a run inside the full-back, but just a little bit of bad control. First touch let him down, and Snelders was able to take the opportunity of a second goal away from him.
Some encouragement though undoubtedly for Neil Murray, the way in which he was able to run off his marker. Well, undoubtedly another occasion he will never forget, starting a first team match for the 17th time only, and it's in a cup final. Patelainen and Richardson. Misunderstanding. There's McPherson. Well, Rangers are notoriously difficult to come back against. They do settle and lead extremely well. There's a free kick though for that tackle by Irvin on Hateley. Approaching the half-hour mark now. Rangers leading by 1-0. Ferguson and Goff in the box. Ferguson apologises to his teammates. John Brown finding Murray in space. Kimmy's clearance. Good play there in defence from Rangers, trying to keep possession. This is Durant. Taken out late by McLeish. Hateley finds Houstra. The advantage rule applied, I think, by referee McCluskey. Here's Houstra. Back it comes to McCall. Durant has dropped back out of the penalty box. And no real threat there if there's Snelder. But Ellie McLeish, I think, with a very fortunate player, the referee took such a liberal view of that challenge on Durant.
Yeah. Durant's playing a difficult role, and that's why he tries a snapshot here, but he's playing a difficult role for Aberdeen to cope with, and I think Alec McLeish and Brian Irvine having a little bit of difficulty. He's not playing as a confessional centre forward, he's dropping off just that little bit. He's been given a bit of freedom, and I think Willie Miller will be just a little bit concerned at how easily Mark Hateley's making a bit of space for himself.
Well, the man of the match. Phone number there as David Robertson heads it out for the throw. Stephen Wright now with the throw. It's a very important phase in the game for Aberdeen. They really cannot afford any errors in defence, and they have to try to get back on level terms as quickly as they can. It's a good tackle by Mason on Durant. A rather hopeful ball played across there by Wright. McLeish going up with Hateley. Shearer with Robertson. Throw goes to Aberdeen. Former Aberdeen player David Robertson turning it out. So Mixu Patalainen has come across to take a long throw. Duncan Shearer hovering on the penalty spot there as Patalainen dries the ball off. Get a good grip. Trying to get distance into the throw, looking for Irvine also. Irvine is there with Goff. Set high in the air by Ferguson. There's Patalainen. Forward comes Wright. And a foul against Booth for a push on Brown. And Booth protesting, I think, that Brown was backing into him. That's his complaint. He may have some merit in that.
I think Scott Booth was just a little bit early with his challenge and lent on John Brown. Nothing serious in it, but certainly the referee was right.
Hateley doing well against Irvine again, but always under pressure. Patalainen and Goff clash, but McKimmie heads it forward straight to McPherson. Round to Ferguson. Mason comes back to collect for Aberdeen. Snelder's taking no chances there about that being deemed a pass back. Durant sets off with Irvine and chase. Good calm defending again by Irvine. Appears to have recovered from that setback with the goal. Brown sending it along. Offside flag was up against Hateley. Much to the annoyance of the Rangers supporters. Patalainen signalling for the ball from McLeish. He is the target. Carson wins it well. Murray towards Durant. There's Murray again. Tackled well by Richardson. Kimmy using Snelders. No question about that being a pass back. Goff doing well again against presence there of Patalainen. Booth going in heavily on McPherson as the clearance was made. The referee will take action against Booth. He's going to book Scott Booth. Well, the referee is taking action at last. There have been one or two nasty tackles in the opening half hour or so. Scott Booth has been guilty of a couple of fouls. He's also been doing a little bit of mouthing towards the referee, who's clearly decided that enough is enough. But we'll have another look at that and see whether or not Booth has any complaint.
Yeah, I don't really think Scott Booth can have any complaints, but I think what got his name taken in actual fact, he's been having a little go at the referee verbally beforehand, and I think when you do that, you always run the risk of having your name taken shortly after. You can't really complain about that at all.
Well, it's certainly one of the sadder aspects of the game, the way in which forwards' late tackles and defenders have become so prevalent. There was that lone ball forward which preceded the Booth incident. So Gary Smith and Ian Jess warming up there, and David McPherson taking a long time to recover, giving some hopes, of course, to young Stephen Presley, who would be the replacement for McPherson. There they are, Presley and McSwiggan. And McPherson's back at his feet. Gorham's free kick. Headed on by Hateley, straight to the arms of Snelders. Shearer going up early, broke kindly for Aberdeen. That's Patalainen, came off Booth, who was trying to come back to remain onside. A very hefty challenge that, McLeish on Hateley. Well, the Aberdeen players, without question, are now harboring a very severe sense of injustice against the referee, I think. They've been complaining bitterly. Willie Miller, Roy Aiken and Drew Jarvie also showing that they're not at all happy with the way things are going out there. Referee McCluskey having a tough task to keep this totally committed match under control. Didn't go Stephen Wright for Aberdeen. That's McCall. Houstra. Durant takes over. This is McCall. Houstra again. Hateley peels off to make space. Neil Murray trying to control that. Was there a handball? Whether or not there was, it's a corner kick.
Yeah, Matt Hateley's been difficult for Alec McLeish and Brian Irvine, because he's peeling off them and he's finding himself a lot of bit of room. When Rangers are shooting off to play the ball in those areas, knowing his ability in there.
So the corner kick being taken again by Durant. Ian Ferguson was there. Attacked instantly though by McKinney, who did very well to put him off. Closed them down very swiftly, preventing a clear volley at goal. So the goal scorer, Neil Murray, with the help of a deflection from Brian Irvine. Atalayan getting up well. Scott Booth and Duncan Shearer having great difficulty in making any headway against the Rangers defence. Here's Hateley testing Irvine. Breaks off McLeish to Richardson. Trying to find Booth with the pass. McPherson read that well for Rangers. Well, the service for Aberdeen has slowed up from midfield. It was impressive early on, but since Ferguson and McCall got to grips with things for Rangers, they've been finding it more difficult. But here's Booth on the break on the left. David Robertson there to clear. That's Patalainen. Richardson challenged by Ferguson very effectively. Here's Neil Murray. Irvine's clearance goes straight to McPherson. Ferguson to McCall. That's a good play from Rangers. Stuart McCall took a knock there from Paul Mason. Well won by Wright. Here's Duncan Shearer. Houstra gets back. Ferguson's back here. Confidence now appears to be surging through the Rangers ranks. They've come through a very sticky opening spell to take the lead, and they're now looking to be more and more impressive as the first half goes on. Ian Ferguson becoming more assertive in the midfield area. And on the track, Walter Smith is now looking very agitated down dugout area. There he is. He was gesticulating furiously a moment ago to his players. This is Murray. And now Durant. Tackled very heavily indeed by McLeish. McLeish is going to be booked. Well, there are clear signs that Alec McLeish's total commitment is just beginning to bubble over a shade. He's been complaining bitterly about a number of decisions made by referee McCluskey, and he allowed himself, I think, just to lose the head a fraction. And that final challenge on Durant, the last straw for the referee. So a second booking for an Aberdeen player. McLeish joins both, we'll see why.
Yeah, Alec was just a little bit rash there. I think what's frustrating him a little bit is that Ian Durant's dropping off. He's not making himself easy to mark, and I think both Big Alec and Brian Irvine have just become just a little bit frustrated. And undoubtedly, Big Alec's frustration showed through there.
So a discussion going on there. Willie Miller with Drew Jarvie and Roy Aitken, considering the options available, wondering how they can turn the game around again. Rangers have taken a grip now, without question. They have that precious lead. 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half as Patalainen clears. That's Shearer. And now Mason. And very good play again from McCall. He was so quickly across on Mason. That's Duncan Shearer. Now Stephen Wright. No one making a run into that area for Aberdeen. Shearer hoped that both would do that. So does Stephen Wright. Touchdown by Hateley. This is Durant. Hateley again. Strong play by Wright. Hateley's clear. This is danger for Aberdeen. And a magnificent goal from Mark Hateley. The second for Rangers. And sheer delirium among these Rangers players. His strength and his pace and his accuracy earned that second goal. Sheer joy on the terraces for these Rangers supporters. And Mark Hateley drilling that almost through Theo Snelders. It's his 29th goal of a superb season. Houster did well, so did Durant with a delicate ball through. And there was Hateley looking up, assessing the options, and the power and the accuracy beat Snelders.
It's a delightful little bit of play, but Mark Hateley looks so strong, so quick. He's obviously benefited from the couple of weeks' rest, and they fairly bulleted that ball home. But it was the power of his run and the timing of his run. If you look at the timing, you see him, he goes right past the Aberdeen defence, looks up and smashes the ball into the net. He's certainly benefited from those couple of weeks' rest that he's had.
Well, what a major task faces Aberdeen now. Killer blow perhaps just before the interval. Here's Paul Mason. Patalainen sending over a good cross. Too close to Gorham though. Well, it really was an excellent goal. Look at the pace here of Hateley, because Stephen Wright is no slouch. Number 3 there, he couldn't get to that. Is drilled through the legs of Snelders. Clumsy challenge by Ferguson on Richardson. A free kick taken swiftly by Grant to Mason. A real test of character now for Aberdeen. A match which began so brightly for them. That excellent opening 15 minutes. And now they trail by 2. Stephen Wright couldn't pull that across. It is a goal kick to Rangers. Well, the noise you hear now coming from the Rangers supporters. Behind Andy Gorham and in the jungle here at Celtic Park. And the silence from the Aberdeen end. I'm sure they can scarcely believe this. Well, the treble looks to be a reality now. Hateley's header. Hateley colliding with Brian Irvine. The offside flag is up against Durant. Hateley's back on his feet, so is Durant. Well, the quality of the pass too from Ian Durant to release Hateley was quite incredible. Deftest of touches. There's Patalainen. Patalainen again with Ferguson. Got him under pressure from Shearer. Kept his eye on the ball all the way. Went into injury time in the first half. There's been quite a lot of that. No joy in front of goal, but Duncan Shearer so far this afternoon. Jimmy's header was cued. They'll throw at the Rangers. So we're close to the goal whistle now, and Rangers will be very, very content to go in with this scoreline, bearing in mind the way the game opened up. Durant tackled by McLeish. There's Mason, and now Richardson. Housed it well. Hateley making a run across the box. Ball's played beyond him. There's McKimmie. In trouble there against Murray. Brian Grant picks up the back heeler. And the presence there of Ferguson forcing Grant to play the ball out for a throw. The half-time whistle goes. Neil Murray, the scorer of the opening goal in 23 minutes, with the help of a deflection from the very unfortunate Brian Irvine, who made the initial error. But then the game looks to be made much safer now for Rangers by Mark Hateley's 29th goal of the season. That superb run and shot from a tight angle, leaving Aberdeen with a daunting, difficult task to come in the second half, trailing Rangers at this stage by 2-0. Billy, a tough task for Aberdeen. Yes, to see if any changes have been made, but there's no sign of any substitutes. The goal scorer, first goal scorer, Neil Murray, comes out, and what an afternoon this is for him. The youngest man in the field, scoring that vital goal. And then Mark Hateley, who really has been an inspiration up front for Rangers, scored the second. So Aberdeen now will be looking for a very, very fast start to the second half to get back in the match. We're looking for a lot for men like Lee Richardson there in midfield with Brian Grant. They have a key role to fulfill. And can Aberdeen pull this back? It will be a major achievement if they can. Trailing the champions by 2-0. And Aberdeen get the second half of this Tennant Scottish Cup final away with the very important task of digging in quickly early on, pressurising the Rangers defence as they did early in the match. But this time they were really looking for some reward. But Rangers really notoriously effective when they're in front at tying things up and keeping the lead.
Well, they've grown in confidence, and in fairness to him, and Mark Hateley's a real threat to Aberdeen, and Durant has played well in that in-between role. He's made life awkward. Both he and Mark Hateley have made life very awkward for Aberdeen at the back, and it's difficult to see Aberdeen come back from a 2-goal deficit.
I think they are one of the very few sides who would have any chance of doing that, and their big support will be hoping that they can find some inspiration early on. Mixu Patalainen preparing another long throw again with Brian Irvine coming into the penalty area. A flat long throw swept away by Ian Ferguson. Ferguson sometimes a bit of a slow start in the match, but he became much more influential as that first half wore on. There's Duncan Shearer. Ferguson again with the header back. We're looking for any tactical alterations, and there have been a couple made by Aberdeen. They pushed Mixu Patalainen through the middle now in attack beside Duncan Shearer. Scott Booth has withdrawn to a wide left midfield position, and I wonder how long it may be before we see Ian Jess produced from the substitutes bench. Certainly the kind of player with the extra bit of quality which can make all the difference. A bad clearance by Brown. This is Patalainen. Shearer waits in the middle. A little bit of ambitious, that effort from Patalainen against the goalkeeper of the quality of Andy Gorham. But Patalainen's had such success with 20 goals this season for Aberdeen, and had the chance here to come inside. He had Booth square, he had Shearer in the middle.
He comes inside, he on his favoured left foot, makes a position himself, but never really troubled Andy Gorham at all with that.
No sign of Willie Miller on that Aberdeen bench for the moment. He stayed upstairs, and I can't imagine he'll remain there very long. So Booth now in that wide left midfield position for Aberdeen. That's McKimmie. So Scott Booth normally playing on the right flank when he dropped back, as he did so effectively in that game at Pittodrie when he made the winning goal for Duncan Shearer in the league earlier in the month. That's Stephen Wright, beaten by Houstra. Durant. Determined play there by Irvin. Across goes John Brown. Kind break there off his heel to McCall. There's no offside here. David Robertson breaking. Well, at the moment it looks as though Aberdeen are able to get their foot on the ball in the middle of the field and play these telling passes forward to the front men. And that's because of the snapping attentions of men like Ferguson and McCall in that area. There's Brian Irvin. Patalainen. Grant playing it wide. An awkward one for McPherson, who he judged it well. Header down there by Patalainen. Richardson went in strongly on Murray. This is Booth. Trying to take on McPherson. They made that rather obvious. Good play by McPherson. Header down by McLeish. Collected by McKimmie. A call, I think, from Robertson to Brown. Houstra testing the pace of Mason. Good running by Houstra. A good ball inside. Here's Durant. He has Hateley in support. Brian Grant did well getting back. Match restarting at a hectic pace. It's McKimmie. Patalainen's header. No one supporting from midfield. That's another problem for Aberdeen at the moment. Getting men into the box from midfield. Richardson and McKimmie having something of a debate in the middle of the field. Goff's header. This is Murray. Murray again. Mason's interception. That's right. Forced to hurry there again by McCall, right? That's why the error resulted. This is Stuart McKimmie. An arm of Grant to Mason. Here's Lee Richardson. Now Grant. Setting himself for the shot. It was blocked by Gorham. And a bit of good fortune there for the Rangers goalkeeper. He had some difficulty with that, but it broke very kindly for him. Duncan Shearer was closing in for the kill.
Yeah, again, Grant gets himself in a good position. He comes inside on his right foot, hits a good shot, but Andy Gorham gets across easily, parries it, then picks it up quickly.
Forward from Grant. Took a knock from Ferguson. This is Stephen Wright. Houstra getting back, committing the foul. Free kick to Aberdeen. Well, here's this chance for Brian Grant. Took up good position there, and Gorham was in some difficulty. It could have broken off to him to Shearer. Free kick taken by Stephen Wright. That's Patalainen. Lashed away by Robertson. Rangers have no doubt at half-time were thinking in terms of holding what they have for 15 minutes or so. Here's Hateley now in the chase. The ball bouncing too high there for him on the run. And allowed McLeish to get back. That's right. And Patalainen coming short. For the pass, trying to stay onside.
Instructions there from the bench from Davy Dodds for Rangers. He's weighed back by Bill Crombie. There's McLeish. Header by Goff with a good one. Richardson, they're trying to control on the instep a very badly spinning ball. Very difficult task. Hateley challenging. It's with Rangers again. Hallstra playing it long. And across goes Irvin. A little bit of uncertainty there. Irvin tells Snell to leave that alone. Hateley's presence again, causing problems for Aberdeen. Here comes Hallstra. That's McKimmie. And now Booth. The little dummy didn't deceive Dave McPherson, who was very quick in the turn there. That's McKimmie. Goff again doing well in the air. Ryan Grant. Here's Mason. He has Wright going on the outside. Grant inside. That's good play from Aberdeen. Stephen Wright's cross charged down well by Ferguson. This is Hallstra on the counter-attack. Careless one though, straight to Richardson. Now it's Rangers' turn to break from defence with Neil Murray and McCall. Fine play again from McCall. Durant tackled by Shearer. Throw goes to Rangers. Well, Durant certainly has caused lots of problems for the Aberdeen defence with his elusive running, his positional play. Brown playing it over the top there for Durant. It's followed by McKimmie. Hateley well tackled by Mason. Fine play by Paul Mason. Now fouled by McCall. Mark Hateley thought he was fouled first. Was complaining to the referee. Touchline, gesticulating to his players, wants some movement, some changes. Bill Crombie hovering there, wants to wave him back. Well, not a happy man at the moment, the Aberdeen manager. Not a man who accepts defeat lightly or easily. Forced forward by Wright. That's Shearer. This is Brian Grant. Kimmy makes himself available from the left. Shearer back to Richardson. Money to Ferguson. That's fine play by Ferguson. Durant has Hateley over on the left. Well read by Wright. Mason was very quick indeed there. A great turn of pace. Getting the ball ahead of McCall. Here goes the cross. Dave McPherson's there. There's Richardson. Hopeful effort that from Richardson. Had time to control that and looked for a good pass into the box. Hateley again, so hard to mark on the run like that. Exchanging a few words with Brian Irvin, who is totally impassive. Cross header into midfield. This is Ferguson. There's Brown. Mason to Booth. This cross to the right now. Well tackled by Robertson. Both McLeish and Irvin this time going forward. Aberdeen have to live dangerously now. Here's Mixu Patalainen with his long throw. Hateley was back defending. And defending just as effectively as he's been attacking. Well, this is where Rangers have been successful. They have dug in at the back. They had an uneasy start to the game. Aberdeen put a lot of pressure on them. But they've dug in there and they're now making life very difficult for Aberdeen to get any opportunities for a striking goal.
There's McKimmie. Patalainen's return pass. Good running by McKimmie. Tackled well by Goff. Rangers so confident now. They're playing football calmly from defence. In goes Irvine. Hateley felt that. Richardson's header doesn't reach McLeish first time. There's Richard Goff. Hateley still lying in the centre circle, injured. And I think that maybe trying to play it out. McLeish does so. Very sporting fashion. So Hateley will be allowed some treatment. It was a very hefty tackle he had from Brian Irvine. A fair one though. There was no free kick as Irvine went into that challenge on the Rangers centre forward. But Hateley certainly looks to be in some discomfort. Meanwhile, Paul Mason's going to cross to Willie Miller for some instructions. So an earnest discussion going on there. Tactical alterations being contemplated. Mason listening. Miller delivering the instructions. And now Paul Mason is passing on the information. Well, if there's one player Rangers will not want to lose at this stage, it's Mark Hateley.
That would be a vote to Rangers because he's had a superb match. He's been a threat any time they're in possession. He's a threat in the air, he's a threat on the deck. And he's linked up well with Duran. I think he and Duran have been a great success as a striking partnership.
So the substitutes there, Stephen Presley and Gary McSwigan, but they can take a seat again because Hateley is determined to continue. McPherson returns the ball to Aberdeen in sporting fashion after McLeish turning out of play. There's Patalainen. Here's Shearer with Booth on the overhead effort. Well, what a try by Scott Booth. The ball never quite settled in a good position for the Aberdeen strikers there. Booth trying to make something out of that. Good climb there by Patalainen. You see the ball bouncing awkwardly, and Booth had that brief chance. Patalainen playing it on. Booth tries to keep the ball in play. Just about made that. Trying to keep the ball deep inside the Rangers' half. The sixth match of the season between the sides. 4 wins to 1. Rangers lead by till this afternoon. Turn away by Murray. So just past the quarter-hour mark. Still a 2-goal lead to Rangers. Aberdeen are trying all they can to change. Patalainen, the long throw. McLeish is right on the byline. Irvine challenging also. This is McLeish. Back with Patalainen for the cross. Irvine going up. There's Mason. And now Stephen Wright. Playing it early towards McLeish. The back killer from Ferguson was effective enough. As both Rangers subs warming up seriously now, and Ian Jess also has been ready to leave the bench. A great punch out by Gorham. Superb goalkeeping. And now in the counter-attack, Hateley has possession for Rangers. Here's McCall. Durant is inside. Fine play by McKinney. But Bandy Gorham pulled off a tremendous clearance there with that punch under severe pressure. So Ian Jess now out there warming up. I think he'll be involved before long. Gary Smith also is preparing for action. Gorham's clearance. Irvine playing it along. Booth trying to put pressure on Richard Goff. Taking no chances at all. Well, an alteration is going to be made first by Aberdeen involving Gary Smith, who's now on the track waiting to come on. It looks as though Stephen Wright may be withdrawn. The throw by Patalainen, straight into the danger area, headed away firmly by McPherson. Wright's pass finds Patalainen. Away for the corner off Ian Ferguson. And there's going to be a change now made by Aberdeen as soon as the referee's attention can be drawn. Stephen Wright is being withdrawn and Gary Smith will come on. The referee has now spotted that proposed change. So there's the unlucky man in terms of selection, Gary Smith. Stephen Wright is withdrawn. And Gary Smith comes on, 22-year-old. See what position he plays in. It may well be he will go into a sweeper role as Aberdeen push men forward. We'll see about that in a second, but here's Durant for the meantime, breaking for Rangers. Losing out to Mason. Fine play by Mason. This is Booth. McPherson gets there first. Aberdeen building up some pressure now. If they could cash in at this point, we could be in for a dramatic climax of the match. Mason's ball played in. And Rangers living very dangerously inside their own box there. This is McLeish. And now Richardson. Both with a turn. Just a little bit of a hurry there with the final shot, but he certainly had a little bit of an opportunity there to turn on the ball. But you'll see here how dangerous this was for the Rangers defence. Never convincingly clear. It came off John Brown, then swept away by Goff.
I think it's typical of the way Aberdeen have played. They've put so much into the game, they've created some chances, but in and around that penalty they haven't looked quite quick enough.
Rangers trying to get forward again. Gary Smith to the cross. First touch there to concede that throw to Rangers. And Stuart McKimmie has crossed over to the right now. Gary Smith appears to be sweeping behind McLeish and Richardson. McLeish and Irvin rather, with Richardson in the middle of the field, still with Grant. Headed by Durant. Headed away by Grant. There's Mason. Well won by McCall from Shearer. Well, Gary Smith, in fact, sort of dropping into a kind of left-back sweeper role. He's cutting across behind the defenders when required, but also looking after any activity from the Rangers' right. There's Booth. Well beaten by Goff. Call to Durant. Kimmy's quick enough. Oh, good play there by Snelders. Getting the ball to Smith. Eugene Ferguson. Calm play by Gary Smith. Stepping away from Ferguson. Setting off Booth in the chase. Brown will get there first. This is Patalainen trying to beat Andy Gordon with an early effort. Got him out of his goal. Still instructions come from Willie Miller to organise his team.
Sue Patalainen sees this from way out. He knows Andy Gorham's off his line, but didn't quite hit the target to put pressure on him.
That's McLeish's header. Patalainen. Well, things certainly not going Aberdeen's way at the moment. We're approaching the midway point in the second half. Rangers leading by 2-0. Neil Murray and Mark Hateley, the first half scorers. Smith finding Booth. That's for Richardson. John Brown gets there first. Richardson checks out of any rash tackle. That's Dave McPherson. Irvin's header. Mason. McKimmie. McKimmie again, stepping away from McCall. The ball's out of play. It's an Aberdeen throw. Shearer. Tackle came from McCall. Fine play again. A clash with Richardson after the ball had gone. So we're 3/4 of the way through the Tennent Scottish Cup final. Rangers with this 2-goal cushion and looking composed and confident. Ferguson to Brown. McKimmie finding Mason. Gary Smith in the left back position. Ball forward by Smith, but Aberdeen in possession again. Here's Booth attacking Richard Gough on the ground. Comes square for Mason, trying a 1-2 with Grant. That's very good play by Ian Ferguson. Hateley on the left, showing too much of that to Irvin, but Durant picks up the scraps. Advantage will apply as Durant goes down under that challenge from Irvin. Recall to Robertson. Pass goes astray. Aberdeen in possession again with a throw, but things certainly slipping away from Aberdeen at the moment, Billy.
Yes, that's right. They've had lots of control in midfield. They've had lots of possession of the ball, but up front they haven't looked quite sharp enough and quite quick enough to threaten Rangers. They had opportunities early in the game, but second half, while they've had a lot of possession, they've put a lot into the game, but they haven't really been able to break down the Ibrox back four.
This is Booth, cut off by Ferguson again. Here goes McCall. Snell has committed himself, going across there. Oh, the corner kick. Theo Snell, I think, believed that was going for a throw, for a goal kick. Just for a moment, forgot what was happening in terms of the last touch of the ball. Certainly stopped any real threat, though, from Rangers as McCall tried to break. 20 minutes of the match remaining. Ian Durant's corner kick. Irvin's headed out. This is Ferguson. McPherson and Hateley wait. Tremendous effort there by Brown. Blocked by Richard Gough on his way out of the penalty box. Felt the full strength of that. That's McCall! So close from Stuart McCall, and that would certainly have tied the final up.
Yeah, he's had a good game, Stuart McCall. He picks the ball up, advances at the retreating defence. It's not all that far away the shot. I don't think Snelders was in a position to save that.
That would have put the seal on a fine performance from Rangers and from McCall also in an individual sense. Not enough room there for Durant under such severe pressure. McLeish playing it along, looking for Shearer. He's up there with Brown. This is Neil Murray. The target was Hateley. Once again he wins it. Durant was with McLeish. Fine play by McLeish, showing excellent judgment while the ball was in the air. Shearer hanging there to get a touch, linking with Booth, Mason rather, with a pass. It's Housetrap. Now McLeish. Booth is followed by Gough, tackled by McPherson. Confident play by Murray. Ferguson using Andy Gordon. Gary Smith playing it into space, looking for both. Good tackle by Goff. Well, I'd be surprised if Ian Jess wasn't introduced before long. In fact, he's been called from behind the goal. That's why there's such applause from the Aberdeen supporters. They realise that Ian Jess is being called into the final. Sprinting around the track now, responding to his manager's signal. Walter Smith making certain that Rangers don't slacken. So the discussion goes on, the manager and player. What a dramatic comeback this would be if Ian Jess could turn this batch around. It looks as though Duncan Shearer may come off. Goff up there with Booth. Shearer getting a touch. There's Paul Mason. Pulled it back well, and Goff won it ahead of Patalainen. Mistake there by Gary Smith. Rangers a possession in midfield. Careless one by McCall. Smith another chance. This time picks out Mason very accurately indeed on the right. This is Brian Grant. Interception made by Brown. Ferguson to Murray. Durant's return pass, a brave interception by Smith. Murray at his foot up. And now the substitution we made by Aberdeen. Referee McCluskey looks across. So it's Ian Jess coming on. The player going off is Duncan Shearer, who's had a lean time of it this afternoon against his Rangers defence. Now, can Jess work the miracle? Only about 16 minutes to work his magic. Welcomed by the Aberdeen fans. So McLeish with a free kick. Headed across by Booth. Goff did well under severe pressure from Irvin. That's Durant. Now Ferguson. McKimmie gets there first ahead of Hateley. Spinning away from Murray for Mason. Chase on now for Booth. Goff tries to match him going across. Booth's cross, well taken by Gorham. Ian Jess indicating he'd have preferred that to the near post. Booth couldn't oblige though. Did well to get the ball across at all though. John Brown was quick to the ball there. There's Durant. And now Hallström. Hateley's waiting in the middle. Hallström going all the way himself. It was deflected. It'll be a corner kick. Well, not quite the same dig in his right foot that he had in the left, Hallström. Peter Hallström looks to be set up for his first Scottish Cup medal. Taking an outswinger. He'd like to take a short one. Didn't get the appropriate response from his teammates inside. Down goes Goff under that challenge with McLeish. In fairness to the Rangers captain, making no complaint and asking for nothing from the referee. That's McKimmie. And now Smith. Mason's crossed to the left. Jess has made a run forward. Here's Jess. Trying to hold off Dave McPherson. Determined play by Jess. Back it goes to Mason. Here's Richardson. Grant. Goff doing well against Booth. Well, was it a pass back? The Aberdeen players think so. The referee doesn't. Controversial moment there. Goff certainly got the last touch on that.
I felt at first in that show play that it was a back pass. I'm not just quite convinced it was, but it was an interesting one for a moment or two.
So, Aberdeen trying to get forward again. They have a free kick. McKimmie will take it. There's Gary Smith. The noise again coming from the Rangers supporters. Miscue by Patalainen, but there's Grant. Irvin was quick. Here's Richardson. There's deflection, and Aberdeen are back in the match. The first break in the game for Aberdeen. The deflected shot from Lee Richardson, and there are 12 minutes left for play, and hope suddenly for these Aberdeen supporters. There was Richardson looking up, striding into the gap ahead, driving the ball fiercely. It came off John Brown, and that left Gorham without a hope.
Lee Richardson runs against a retreating defence. Rangers are actually, in actual fact, defending too deep there, and when you've got as many defenders in there as that, there's always the chance of a deflection. That's what's happened. Makes a real last 10 minutes or so of the game.
Well, a shot there from Richardson. He'll take the credit for that. So now it's the turn of the Aberdeen supporters to build up the noise, supporting their team. Could there be a dramatic ending now? Could Aberdeen force extra time? Offside against Hateley. So here's Richardson again. A lot of space to come forward here. Brown coming across. Rangers defending very deep indeed. And Gorham left off balance. Goff's header. Oh, all looked so comfortable a moment ago for Rangers. Suddenly they can expect a real battering ram approach from Aberdeen in these closing minutes as they seek out an equaliser. Well, Aberdeen will claim that justice has been done, because the first goal for Rangers was a wicked deflection off Neil Murray's shot. Willie Miller's in trouble. He's down there on the track. Jim McCluskey's going to cross. Now it's Bill Crombie who's trying to calm down the Aberdeen manager. McKimmie to Jess. Patalainen couldn't get there, nor could Mason. Played first time by McCall for Durant. Good reactions from Smith. Here's Lee Richardson holding off Ferguson and McCall. Well, that's some task that for Richardson. Getting away from Ferguson, running through into McCall. This is Booth. Back to McKimmie. Goff did well with a headed clearance. The loose ball falls to Aberdeen in the form of Lee Richardson. Gary Smith behind. Grant the square. McKimmie asked for that. He got it delivered to the right spot, and Gorham did well. And Walter Smith now is the man on the track. He's trying to push his players forward. He's not happy with them defending so deep.
This is a good pass and a good run by Stuart McKimmie. Not all that far away from setting up a chance.
Walter Smith not happy. He's watched his team dropping back.
No, I think he's worried, Jock, because I think his team tried to kill the game, and obviously that deflected goal by Lee Richardson's opened the game up for Aberdeen again. And once again, just as they were at the start of the game, Rangers' defence look as though they're under a little bit of pressure.
Aberdeen supporters have come to life. They've looked so black and despondent for a while, but now the game is on. Strong play by Patalainen. It's back with McKimmie. Jess makes a run. Was he offside? Yes, says the linesman. He certainly looks lively in Jess, anxious to make an impact. Well, that suggests that that's a tough decision on Ian Jess. This is Houstra. Now Richardson striding forward from midfield for Aberdeen, trying to hold off Ferguson. Great play that by Ian Ferguson, so committed and determined. They did an excellent job in that area for Rangers, so strong and powerful and quick. Wow, what an arena we have here for the closing stages of this Tennant Scottish Cup final. Played in there by Grant from the free kick. Irvin was there, there's Patalainen, helped away by Murray. Durant now on the breakaway. He has McCall for support through the inside left channel. Here's Stuart McCall, will return it first time. And very good play by McKinney. He's got some injury, he's struggling a little. Richardson again. Here's Gary Smith. A long chase here for Jess. Forced away there by Brown. Well, that was created by Jess's determination. He wasn't content to allow that to go harmlessly behind. All the big men up. A lot of jerseys being held too inside that area. Brian Irvin in particular complaining to the referee his jersey was held, and he's right, it certainly was. It's all the way across to Mason. Here's Booth. Tackled firmly by Goff. There are 6 minutes left. The Aberdeen supporters giving tremendous vocal backing now. They sense the prospect of extra time. Here's Richardson. He's overhit that, I think. Asking too much of Irvin on the byline. So the pressure removed for a moment for the Rangers defence. So the Aberdeen supporters doing everything they can, but the Rangers fans also building up some vocal support as Irvin wins the high ball from Hateley. What a final this is. Here's Booth. Well, the elbow work by McPherson, penalised by referee McCluskey.
Aberdeen certainly having a go, and at the minute they look the fresher team, they look the stronger team, they look as though they've got a greater appetite at the minute. But Rangers will regret, I think, trying to kill the game in the second half, just a little bit.
Gary Smith's free kick. Reaches Brian Grant. Led in by McKinney. Goff challenging. Back with Mason. Pressure remaining on. Handball playing there inside the area. And Aberdeen are denied again. Rangers breaking. The Aberdeen concentration perhaps has lapsed there for a second. They think they should have had a penalty. And the pass is overhit by Houstra. Well now, a controversial moment as the ball was lofted into the area. A hand was certainly up. It came off the hand of John Brown, but was it intentional? That's the question. The referee decided not. Certainly Brown was well off balance when he made that challenge, so it may well have been accidental, but Aberdeen not happy. 4 minutes plus injury time remaining. 2-1 to Rangers. And a riveting cup final goes right to the last ditch. Across goes Miksu Patalainen, number 11 there to take this long throw. Only Alec McLeish staying back this time. Irvin has gone forward. Rangers have left Durant on the halfway line. Everyone else back defending. Hateley did well there. There's McKinney. Richardson, the cushion header. Brown goes up. David Robertson lashes the ball out of play. All hands to the defensive pump now for Rangers. And great credit due to Aberdeen for the way in which they've made this such a competitive final. Rangers want to make a substitution. Helped on by McLeish this time. Up goes McPherson. Houstra back defending. Rangers are going to bring on Stephen Presley. That's Ferguson. Durant will get there in time to hold the play up, I reckon. Rangers keep possession for a while. Here's Ian Ferguson. Still Ferguson. McPherson played it across to Neil Murray. Here's Ian Durrant, who's just been named the sponsor's man of the match. What a fine display. Played forward there, kept in play by Snelders, who's in a hurry to get the ball back upfield. Ian Durrant has been given that accolade of man of the match. It wasn't an easy one to win, I can assure you. There were a number of contenders. Hateley with Goff. Here's David Robertson. Stopped by McKimmie. Well, can Aberdeen maintain the pressure right to the end, looking for one glimpse of goal before the end? Here's Gary Smith. Now Snelders. That's good play by Snelders, showing increasing confidence now with the ball at his feet. 2 minutes remaining. The pass from Gary Smith wasn't good enough. Frustration in the face of Paul Mason, who was the target. Still, Rangers want to make a change. They want to shore things up for the closing minutes. Stephen Presley waiting to replace Peter Haustra. The 19-year-old Stephen Presley comes on. Neil Murray goes across to the left to the place vacated by Haustra. And Stephen Presley comes right across to the right. The Rangers showing due respect to Aberdeen in these closing minutes. It's a throw to Aberdeen. Back it comes to Snelders. So everyone forward now for Aberdeen. 1 minute plus injury time. Richardson leaves that to Mason. Fouled by Ferguson, but still on his feet, so the referee waves play on. This is McLeish. Can Aberdeen do it before the end? Rangers hanging on grimly now. Irvin looks up. Looks for Patalainen, who gets up extremely well there. The ball is hooked away again. Jess and Mason were in on that. Up goes Robertson. McKimmie returns it. Back with Irvin. Grant to Richardson. Now Brian Irvin. Back to McKimmie. Presley couldn't reach that, but he's gone beyond the Patalainen for the throw, and the referee says came off Stephen Presley. So he's given Aberdeen the throw. This could be crucial. Alec McLeish makes his way into the area. Patalainen launches the ball into the danger area. Swept away there by Durrant. The defiant show scars from Aberdeen, but the noise now from the Rangers supporters who sense victory. They sense the treble. Launched forward again by Gary Smith. That's Irvin. Played away by Robertson. Durrant's in the clear once more. Taking the ball for a run. He'll head for the corner flag, I reckon. Just take it up there and invite Aberdeen to play the ball out of play. Down he goes, fouled by McLeish. So the pressure is off Rangers, and it may now be too late for Aberdeen. McLeish goes back. Free kick's been taken short. Rangers prefer to retain possession. Murray to Durrant. There's the cross towards Presley. It's a shade too high. Here's Mason. Inside to Smith. The referee's been checking his watch. The whistling comes from the Rangers supporters. Gary Smith switches the ball to the right to McKimmie. A little lapse in control there. Not surprising so late in the match when fatigue is setting in. Good tackle by Irvin. This is Paul Mason. And the final whistle goes. Rangers have won the cup. They won the treble. But they had to battle right to the end to do so. Walter Smith comes on. He's won the treble as Rangers manager. He goes straight to Mark Hateley, and that is thoroughly justified. Going round all these players now, but it is significant, I think, that he went straight to Hateley. who played such an important part, not only in this victory, so in the season's triumphs. Ian Durrant also getting a warm hug from his manager. Andy Gordon's been such a hero also. These Rangers supporters been waiting 15 years for a treble. It last done in 1978. John Brown warmly greeted by his manager. And for Aberdeen it's disappointment, but for Rangers it's a triumph again. And these supporters waiting now for the trophy to be presented. Rangers went 11 years without winning the Scottish Cup. They've now won it twice in a row. It means they've won all the domestic trophies this season. Ali McCoy goes onto the field to join his teammates. He's left the studio position beside Dougie Donnelly. Well, evidence again, I think, of the remarkable team spirit among these Rangers players. It's team spirit like this which has carried them through such difficult times, and they've turned out triumphant in the end. Well, it could scarcely have been closer in the end. Rangers hanging on desperately to win the 10th Scottish Cup, and now the Aberdeen players make their way up the newly constructed trophy area at Celtic Park. So Alec McLeish goes up. He's won the Cup 5 times. He's never been a loser in a Cup final, a Scottish Cup final. And now he has to go up to collect the runners-up medal from Bill Dickey, the SFA president. Sir Hector Munro also there. But dejection for these Aberdeen players. It's a very poor consolation they'll feel, having started this match so well, having lost a grip for a long time, and then having finished so strongly. You can tell in the faces, defeat is not acceptable to these Aberdeen players, and they've had to accept it this afternoon in the most trying of circumstances. Ian Jess couldn't turn it around completely, coming on as substitute. So the noise building up again among the Rangers supporters. They wait to see Richard Gough collect the trophy for the second year in succession. Well, the Aberdeen players have returned to the field. They'll no doubt go and applaud their own supporters for the tremendous backing they had. And that response is reciprocated by the Aberdeen fans to the left. So now the stage is cleared for the winners. The Rangers, led by Richard Gough. Well, it's a scene reminiscent of the Wembley staircase, this. Newly constructed for the purpose. So Richard Gough goes up to collect the Scottish Cup from Sir Hector Munro, the Minister of Sport in Scotland. And there's the scene the Rangers supporters were waiting for. Rangers have done it again. The trophy has passed down the line of players. The Tennent's Cup is also presented. So the treble has been achieved for the first time since 1978. Young Stephen Presley there came on for the last few minutes.